I just got back from AWE 2025 and yep, there is a lot to talk about. I finally tried that Ready Player One style omnidirectional treadmill and it honestly felt like stepping into the future. There's another new contender in the VR movement space too, plus some exciting headset reviews, big steps in AR displays, and even some gaming highlights. And if you're new here, I'm Cas. I go to XR events like these to find out what's next in virtual and augmented reality, and this year it was packed. So let's get into it. These are my personal highlights, what wowed me and what I think actually matters. I'm kicking things off with one of the coolest things I tried at AWE 2025, the Infinadeck. Yes, the omnidirectional treadmill straight out of Ready Player One. I've been wanting to try this forever because it lets you walk naturally in VR, forward, backward, even sideways, and as you turn, the floor underneath shifts to keep you walking in place. It's made of moving bells that adjust automatically so you stay centered without needing to think about it. It feels supernatural once you're on it. The demo was short, they had just the one prototype at the show and they kept the speed at 3 miles per hour for safety, though it can go up to 6. I had to strap 5 ultimate trackers, 2 on my ankles, 1 on my back, so this does mean no base stations was needed, which is great for an expo setting, but also at home. There were a few bugs, which is kind of expected in a busy event like this, but honestly, I didn't care. It was just so awesome. Movement indeed felt smooth, like real walking. I just picked it up almost instantly. Now, how close are we to actually buying one of these? Well, they are currently working on something called the Infinadeck Portal, launching in 2026. It's a multi-user version aimed at enterprise and military use, not consumers. You can pre-order it now, but it will cost you a $5,000 deposit just to reserve one. So yeah, it's still early, but this is exactly how new tech usually starts. And if it keeps improving and the price comes down, a home version could be closer than we think. And after trying it myself, I really hope it is. Now I have a message for all you AR VR creators out there. What if 15 minutes of your time could help shape the future and score you some new gear? Developer Nation wants to know what you're building, VR, AR, MR, what tools you use, and where you think this tech is headed. Whether you're a developer, designer, student, or enthusiast, your input will help push the industry forward. And yep, by entering early, you can also win some cool prizes like $300 toward any AI tool you choose, a Logitech MX Master 3S, a Rode mic, a limited edition Developer Nation Keychron keyboard, gift cards, and more. The survey is open until July 17th, takes about 15 minutes, and is available in 10 languages, so why not throw it out? Click the link below. Let's continue. Now, unlike the Infinadeck, the next one is actually for the consumers. It's called the Accelerate VR treadmill, and at first glance, it looks like other home use options like Cat VR. But there's a twist. Instead of a slippery dish, it uses thousands of small, freely rotating balls. I tried it at another event and it was unique. The movement did feel smoother, more like real walking. It's not at the level of the Infinadeck, but it's a really cool concept that generally changes the view. You still wear custom shoes that glide over the surface, and it's supposed to be quieter too. Not silent, but less noisy than other slide mills. The Accelerate VR is also putting a lot of focus on tracking. Their system captures detailed foot data for lower latency and more accurate direction control, and it does feel snappy. I will need more time with it to say how it compares long term, but I'm definitely curious to try it again. So the current version, the ODT1 Enterprise, is available for around $7,000. They are also working on a consumer version expected to launch in late 2025 or early 2026 for under $2,000. So if you're curious, there's already a wait list. I will link it below. Next, I got a little update on the Free Aim VR shoes. If you've followed me for a while, you might have seen my AWE 2024 video where I covered them extensively. So I will link that below if you want to see it. But to refresh, the Free Aim VR shoes aren't like traditional traditional VR treadmills. These are autonomous robotic shoes that lets you walk naturally in any direction, even if you're in a small room. And they use motorized omnidirectional platforms. Basically, tiny wheels under each shoe that move slightly backwards as you move forward. So that keeps you in place while still feeling like real walking. And now they're finally gearing up for a consumer release. They're planning a Kickstarter launch in mid-July. Yes, that is in a couple of weeks, and the prices start around $1,080 US. FreeAim also showed off some new support options for the shoes. One setup had sidebars you can hold for balance. We've seen that one before. Then there was a variation with a more open frame, giving your arms more freedom to move. And lastly, they also had a full harness system, kind of like what you are used to with VR treadmills. That one adds more stability, but it also adds some resistance when you want to turn around. It really comes down to personal preference, how much support you need and want versus how much freedom you need. But if you're interested in a compact, natural feeling VR movement solution, FreeAim's upcoming release is also worth watching. Now shifting from movement tech to headsets, and I finally got to try the Play for Dream headset. If you haven't heard of it, this is the first Android-based spatial computing headset. Not to be confused with Google's Android XR, because this one is running its own custom Android OS. But what makes this headset so special? Well, it's the pretty serious specs. 8K micro OLED display, 4K per eye, XR2 Plus Gen 2 chip, Tobii eye tracking, 4-lens pancake optics, 11 cameras, 7 types of sensors, 22 infrared lights. It's all built into a standalone headset, so no PC required, though you can stream PC VR too. I tested a few things at their booth, some mixed reality demos and a quick run in Half-Life Alyx in Virtual Desktop. And you know, everything looked sharp and ran smooth, but I didn't get to try much of the spatial computing features yet. Plus, it was just a short test, so I can't give a full verdict yet. That will come in the full review. Yes, I was able to bring one home, so expect that to drop here soon. Subscribe to not miss out and comment below if you have any questions. Alright, next, the Shifdal Megane X Superlight 8K. What stands out here? Well, the form factor. It's tiny, just 179 grams, and the design is clearly inspired by night vision goggles, which I love. Each eye gets a 4K micro LED display too, with support for 10-bit HDR, something you rarely see in headsets. Add pancake lenses, 90Hz refresh rate, and yeah, it looks amazing while still feeling lightweight. Generally one of the most beautiful visuals I've seen in VR so far. It's not standalone though, it uses Steam VR base stations, but if you're already in that ecosystem, this could be a serious option. I did notice some peripheral warping, not major, but it's there. It's the kind of thing I would need more time with to know if I'd get used to it. The first time I tried a Megane X headset was way back at CES 2023, and back then it still felt early and I wasn't even sure if it would ever release, but now it's out. $1,899 in both USD and Euro. It's definitely for a niche crowd though, people who care deeply about visual fidelity like simulator fans. Now they also showed me their Flip VR controllers, which I low-key adore. The name says it already, they flip out of your way so your hands are free for other tasks. Super clever, and it makes you look super cool if I say so myself. They sell separately for $399 USD. I am working on getting a review unit, but yeah, time is tight and there is a lot to cover, so please stay tuned. Like this video as well to let me know you want to keep seeing videos from me. Now moving to VR haptic gloves, a quick update. I tried a couple again this year. I tested the ones from Udex Ryu, similar to what we've seen before, functional but nothing dramatically new. Reality XR showed me theirs, but I didn't get to try them yet, but I might be able to test them later at home. I'm not sure about all these gloves yet though, because they can be a bit challenging to work with all the content, but if you're an animator or primarily in shoujo VR, this can be something interesting. But even if the tech hasn't changed much, it's cool to see more options starting to show up. Eventually, we'll see gloves that are more consumer friendly and more compatible, and honestly, I'm excited for it, because gloves are just way more immersive and accurate than current hand tracking with cameras. Also, nice to see the touch touch diver gloves again, which let you feel hot and cold temperatures. They upgraded it a bit from what I tried before, so it has more finger coverage now. It's still very much enterprise focused, but it's progress. Switching gears from VR, let's talk about the Feature XR glasses. So they have some new stuff coming, but I can't say much yet. That's why I'm going to talk a bit about the current glasses, as they are already solid. So they got sharp visuals, vibrant colors from Sony Micro OLED, up to 120 Hz refresh, 4000 nits peak brightness, and a pretty nice field of view. But one thing that really makes them stand out are the accessories. Now, I've also had their current glasses at home for a while now, and I still plan to review them soon. I know some of you have been asking about it, so I'm very sorry for the wait, but it is definitely coming. Now, my favorite accessory though is the dock, because it lets you plug in two glasses to watch movies or game together. Chary and I actually played couch co-op Switch games on a flight using this, and both of us had like really good screens, and we had a very comfortable position just sitting straight. And that is just such a smart solution to a problem we've always had, sharing what we're seeing through the glasses. And yep, it even works with other glasses too. At AWE, I also got to try the new glasses model. It's got an even larger 60 degrees field of view with no fringing, and it doesn't feel bulky at all. Now, this is all what I can say right now, but if you're looking for one of the best display glasses for long trips together with a partner or friend, then these might be the ones to wait for. Now, we can't talk about display glasses without talking about X-Real, and more specifically, the new One Pro. X-Real's been leading the XR glasses space for a while. Chary and I always carry their glasses because they're just super reliable. At AWE, they showed the Ultra 2 again, but what really stood out this time was the One Pro. Those were the same glasses that wowed people on The Tonight Show.
Yo!
Go ahead and hold on to this. There you go.
What?
There you go. And then...
So, what's new? Well, these give you a virtual screen up to 447 inches with a 57-degree field of view. Biggest I've seen released on display glasses so far. And now 3 degrees of freedom tracking is built right in for screen anchoring, which means no more accessories needed for this powerful feature. There's also a new accessory that adds 6 DoF spatial anchoring, which could open doors for more AR use later. They also slimmed things down with their new Nexus lenses, which is 11mm thin. That's a nice step away from the bulky birdbath style optics. You get 2 frame sizes as well, software-tuned IPD and Bose audio built in. All in all, a clean, solid upgrade, and I'm really excited about this one. And yep, I brought a unit home for full review. I know I keep saying that, I've just got a lot coming, okay? And on the show floor, I saw some really interesting progress on display tech, especially around brightness and field of view. First was a company called Lumus. I had not looked into them much before, but at the show they had some impressive demos. Their new Z30 optical engine is smaller, more power efficient, and insanely bright. They're aiming for up to 7,000 nits per watt, and it's designed to fit in regular glasses. Brightness is really important for readability in direct sunlight, so it's important for AR glasses. But then there was the Z50, which bumps the field of view up to 50 degrees, still in that slim, wearable format, which is awesome because we haven't seen that before yet. I also checked out Meriden, who are doing something different. They have a laser-based scanning display for XR glasses. 50-degree field of view as well, 720p resolution, and also at a super compact form factor. Still early, but it looked sharp and promising. Now, some of these companies are already aiming for 70-degree field of view in glasses, and that's really getting closer to what we see in VR headsets, but in something you can actually wear outside. It's wild how fast this is evolving. Just a couple of years ago, we were excited about hitting the 40s in display glasses. Now it's pushing to 70 and they look as small as they look now. Well, if this keeps up, the next few years will be even more crazy. Now, we had another big AR announcement from Snapchat, who is launching real AR glasses for consumers in 2026. Not just video glasses, but actual AR. They've already been testing with their current spectacles, which feels a lot like a dev kit version, and at AWE they were actually everywhere. I think the consumer version will be the next step, and honestly, it's already looking solid. I got to try them pretty extensively because they had like a whole floor with demos, and I played a multiplayer game where I competed against other people shooting arrows at targets using just hand gestures, and Chary tested a basketball game. They also had other games. They were all simple, but they felt polished and were just a lot of fun. The upcoming specs will be similar with full 6 degrees of freedom tracking, so you can place 3D objects in space and then walk around them and even interact with them using your hands. Except those new glasses is promised to be more lightweight, more immersive, and with more AI. Hopefully, we'll see improvements in field of view and battery life as well. What makes this more exciting is that Snap isn't just dropping hardware, they're building on a massive existing ecosystem. There are already 400,000 lens creators who will hopefully dev for this as well, and Snap is partnering with Niantic, OpenAI, and Google. So yeah, maybe full AR Pokemon Go isn't such a wild idea after all. In any case, dev support is going to make or break this, which is the case with every hardware. But seeing Snap go all in on standalone AR glasses with content already behind it, that's a big move, and I'm really curious to see where it all leads. Let's talk about what Qualcomm's Snapdragon had on show. It was mostly, and you can guess, AR focused this year. First up, the new Raineo AR glasses. These are binocular, so full displays in both eyes and a lot smaller than the earlier versions. I saw a demo mixing AI with fitness, so I asked what kind of workouts fits my age, and it showed me a full guided video on the spot. Really promising stuff, and you know, I might be reviewing these glasses soon. Then there was this custom AR headset from Snapdragon, KDDI, and Capcom, built for a Monster Hunter Bridge experience. It's big with a 105-degree diagonal field of view, infrared 6DoF tracking, and it supports up to 20 people in the same AR space. And now I didn't get to try that, but I did try a demo version of it where I got to interact and pet a Palico, one of those pet cats in Monster Hunter, which was just so cute, as you can see in this video. And then, you know, I almost got roasted by a dragon. Seriously hot. Now, this is the kind of thing you would expect in theme parks or museums, not in your living room, but seeing that level of spatial awareness and shared interaction on such a scale, it's impressive. I also tested a KeyWear smart ring, which lets you control XR glasses with just the finger gestures. It's super small, works well, and it's just way less tiring than waving your arms around. So I would love to have this as an add-on in future setups. All of this shows Qualcomm is clearly building the tech stack for the next generation of mixed reality, so keep an eye on this space. Now, one more thing before we wrap up this AR section, and no, it's not a wearable actually, but it is huge for car owners or for people who might be owning a car later. This company is called Distance. They showed off the world's first glasses-free AR windshield, basically turning your entire windshield into a 3D see-through display. It uses eye tracking and light field technology to project depth-accurate visuals right where you're looking. So no headset, no glasses needed. I got to see it up close at AWE, and it's still early, not bright enough for full outdoor use yet, but it did already feel like stepping into the future of driving. Think about navigation, traffic, obstacle alerts, all layered into your actual view in real depth. That sounds amazing. And the team behind it, well, former Vario folks. And yeah, you can tell, Google Ventures even backed them with $11 million. You won't be buying this anytime soon, but the fact that it's already working, that's exciting. And who knows, this kind of tech could eventually show up in helmets, snowboarding goggles, or even AR glasses. classes. So yeah, I'm excited. Last section, but 100% not the least, this year was the first time AWE had a dedicated gaming hub. And honestly, it's about time. It was great to see more focus on XR games, and there were a bunch of titles, but these are the ones that caught my eye. Elsewhere Electric, this was one of my favorites. It's a co-op game where one player is in VR and the other is on a mobile phone. It's super fun, great use of asymmetric gameplay, and the art style, I love that especially. Definitely one to keep an eye on. Then Jigsaw Nights, which is a calm, cozy game coming from ex-Qualcomm folks. You can just sit back and solve puzzles together with a friend. Nothing intense, just chill, and sometimes I really like that. Trip the Light is a fully immersive rhythm dance game where you dance hand in hand with an AI partner. It's a fun dance game and coaching tool rolled into one, with AI teaching you how to move in real time. This really feels like a whole new genre. Then Tower of Titans is something I'm always into because it has spellcasting, and this one uses hand tracking to let you sling magic. The demo I tried was wave-based, which did feel a bit repetitive, but they told me that's not what the full game will be like, so I am curious to try more. That is the last one, Vivarium. This one's super cozy, relaxing, visually soothing, and perfect if you just want a casual MR game to wind down with at the end of the day. And that's it for my AWE 2025 highlights. Now, I tried so much more at the show, but there's just no way I had to cover everything in one video, so I handpicked the stuff that stood out most to me. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, let me know in the comments what you're most curious about, or if there's something you spotted at AWE that you think I should check out next time. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one, probably with another deep dive or two.